I don't
I
think
didn't have.
no, because I think I heard it out here. Like it was right outside my window.
I mean, I didn't have much to eat for lunch. It could have been my stomach. Bro.
Feed me, Seymour.
Yo, Seymour needs to eat, son.
Dude.
There's got to be an anime on that one, right?
You gotta be, man.
I've
That's
seen,
so anime right there.
Oh man, like I just what did I see? The AI things that are going on with people like taking like movies and TV shows and cartoons and they turn them into like anime versions of it. Have you seen these?
Yeah.
Dude, those are so cool.
Dude,
I'm like,
this is cool.
I'm like, I'd watch that. I'd watch that show like if they had reverse engineered it into an anime show.
I was watching the thing that they're talking about AI and like it creating stuff, and so far I think the only thing it has been able to get is like hands. Like it's either
like it's
like the
getting
hands
better.
are too like either there's too many fingers or the hands too elongated or weird looking. Like everything else looks good, but if you look at the hands, that'll be the tell. I think that this is AI. Look at those hands.
It's brilliant.
Which hands are hard to draw too.
They are hard to draw, and AI hasn't figured it out yet. There's been too many fingers. Which, by the way, speaking of that, you can buy like a ring where it looks like a finger, so you look like you have an extra finger on your hand. So like if you're in a photo, you can slip your ring on that has the other finger on it.
Fingers like, wait a minute. How many fingers?
Yeah, exactly. So then, no matter what, like if you get caught out somewhere or somebody's trying to call you out, and hey, you were supposed to be at work, and like, I saw this photo of you on Facebook. I was like, did you see that?
That ain't real. Look at that. Look at how many fingers
are
those. What?
Exactly. You just throw a couple of fingers on there. It's like that's AI, bro. Okay, it's admissible in court.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Your Honor, if the gloves don't fit.
The glove won't fit unless you got a 6-finger glove. Yeah.
It reminds me. I saw this little like short this prank this son did on his dad because his dad was the only one that I guess had his head turned, and the son was like, "Oh hey, I'll fix that for you. I'll go Photoshop it." He's like, "All right." So he like corrected his dad's head, but turned everybody else's head up the other way.
I've seen that, dude. Oh man, those Photoshop pranks always get me, man. Like, there's a guy. I think he used to be on Twitter. I don't know if he's still on there. I call it Twitter still. I ain't gonna call it X. But you could like message this guy, and he just goes. You could say, hey, can you fix my, like, can you take this out, or if he'll Photoshop
this or something like that.
Yeah. Can you make it look like we're the same height, and he'll make one person like extremely short, or make them both extremely, like terribly photoshopped. Oh man, I hope that guy's still out there doing it.
The guy's doing the Lord's work, man.
Yeah, he really is. You like you have this power, and you're using it for good, even though it's so bad.
All right. The devil is a part-timer.
Got it.
Got it.
Oh, wait, I gotta read my synopsis here. Nope, still bad. All right, we're good. Let's do it.
All right. In 3, 2, and 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Pod. It's me, Dwayne, with my co-host Sal, and we are still kicking it in March. No, May. It's May. Oh gosh, guys, it's already May. It's gonna be May.
You missed the whole month, Joe Baines. We're in Monster May.
Monster May.
May Monster. Monster Mayhem. Ooh, there we go.
Monster Mayhem. There you go. Monster Mayhem.
Yeah.
With Monster Mayhem, let them know what this podcast is about.
Yo, You're listening to Anime Me, a podcast where one anime nerd teaches an anime noob how to love anime.
How to love anime,
Dude, I think
guys.
that was my best take. I think that's it, right? Like
The best
that's
take. I'll just clip that and put it in every episode.
yeah, bro. I did it. I'm proud of myself. No, I didn't even that's good. Let's call it. Hey,
Good.
this is the last
Call it a
episode.
day.
If you're listening, this is the last episode
So
of all
this
this.
is it. Not gonna get better than this.
Yeah, shut it down, bro. All right,
Oh,
now you tell them what we talk about today.
oh, guys. Today we are talking about the devil is a part-timer.
Dude, these titles, like I did not know what I was in on, what I was in for, but I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know. And then the show starts and I'm like, okay, I don't know still don't know where this is going. And then the show ends. I'm like, okay, I get it now. The show's over and I'm like, oh, okay, I got it.
Oh
I got
yeah,
it.
I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
it. I
yeah.
got it.
All right, well, so let me read my synopsis here. Here's the thing. Okay, so disclaimer. Once again, my pencil's terrible. I refuse to sharpen it. But like I'll read. I pretty much just copy the synopsis that they have for the episode because there's two different synopses. There's a
Yeah.
synopsis for the whole show, which I don't want to do. I want to just do the synopsis for the episode we watch. But I don't know how in my Crunchyroll to to see the whole synopsis. So they'll have like the whole synopsis, and then they run out of space, and they just put like ... and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I guess I gotta
Come up
make
with
up
the
the
rest
rest
of
of
it.
it. Yeah. So you tell me when I start to go off the rails and you realize that's that part you made up. All right, let me give y'all the synopsis here. When the Lord of Demons and his horde waged a war against the humans in their realm, a hero vanquished their army. Cornered, the devil fled through an interdimensional portal to Earth. He vows to one day reign again. Until then, he has to get a part-time job. Boom.
Boom. That's how you do it, guys. Get a part-time
That's it.
job.
Hey, that's all it is.
That's
Get a
all it is.
part-time job. Oh man, like it starts off, dude. Like I'm like, oh, they have the exposition.
Yeah.
I starting to, I'm not like against it. I like it and when it's necessary, but this one really like does a thing to like set a feeling.
Yeah. Set the tone.
It sets a tone so that whenever we do end up on Earth, there is a juxtaposition. There is a, the exposition makes us think that, oh, we're gonna watch this like, Middle Earth, 17th century, different dimension,
Yeah.
different world,
Little
like,
medieval type
yeah,
knights.
yeah, yeah. And they really set that up. And then next thing you know, we're like in 2020 and the devil's working at McDonald's, like, but like you have to have that. You have to have that like weird exposition that they establish like this serious show. Like I'm watching a serious show, but then next thing you know, it's not serious. It's actually really funny and silly, So
Yeah.
it's to a great effect, I think, for the exposition.
Oh, yeah.
But dude, the fight scenes at the beginning, so good.
Nah, so good.
I'm a little, I don't know if I'm not the word disappointed, but like now we're on Earth and he doesn't have magic. And this battle at the beginning was so epic that I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get to see any more of this epic battle. Like, he's not gonna
That was
fight
it.
some guy. Yeah, that was it, right? Like I was like, oh, dude, we're not gonna. I mean, like they're blasting, people with their like magic hands, and there's a sword fight, and he gets his like one of his horns chopped off by this guy who I think is Jesus, probably. I mean,
Yeah.
like, think about it.
Yeah.
Jesus is the devil's defeated. Who do we know that defeated the devil? Jesus. I mean, come
Jesus.
on now, bro.
Come on.
It's Jesus. It's Jesus out there, dude.
Hey,
Like
Zeus doing it.
doing it up. He's got followers. I mean, come on. Come on, bro.
Come on.
Oh, it's so good though. Like I had no idea where this was heading to, and I love that. I love that I was just like, just on for the ride because I usually am trying to like pay attention and like get everything down so that I could be like as informative of what I've watched so that we can like, really chat about this and kind of flesh some stuff out. But I found myself, I had to tell myself, I got to take notes because I was just like watching it. I was just like,
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
And they're speaking this kind of like Dracula, Latin
Yeah.
language, which is
Yeah.
that a language? Is that like, are they speaking like Spanish, Latin, or is
I'm
this
not
just
sure.
made
I
up
gotta
you
look
thing?
more into that.
Like, and it makes me wonder because I watched it in the dub, of course.
Of
But it's
course.
got to be the same, right? It's got to be the same in sub and the dub because they have this kind of I don't know. They have this. I don't want to do the impression, Joe Angel. Don't make me do it. Okay, he goes, blah 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 blah.
He's got
I,
like it seems like how a French person would sound when you're mimicking a
yeah,
voice.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's what it is. It's
It's like they
kind of
come
got
up with
this.
some like random voice, and then later by the end of the episode, it's completely different.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't have this voice. He doesn't have this voice anymore. When he's at Earth, he's on Earth.
Yeah.
He's got a regular old like dude bro voice.
Oh
But
yeah.
I'm like, this. I don't think this is like the way they do on the Minions, where like the Minions
Oh
is
yeah.
French, but
Yeah.
in
In
reverse.
reverse.
And I'm like, I I don't know if this is a made up voice or made up language that they're doing for this the beginning part of the show. And they keep it a little bit whenever they go into that portal to get away because they're defeated. They come into Earth, they're in Japan. There's a little bit more exposition about where they are. They kind of like are talking to each other still. He's there with his sidekick Alciel,
Asia.
Alciel,
Yeah.
and just silliness ensues. Just absolutely silliness, which is like they come upon. That was one of the parts that I really loved is Alciel and Satan. What do we call him? Are we gonna call him Satan?
So whenever they
Sire,
come to Earth, they
the
take
Dark
on
Lord.
different names.
Oh, that's right. That's
So
right.
Satan will his Earth name will be Mao Sato, and Asio takes on the name Ashia Shiro. So those will be the names they use on Earth that we'll hear like all the other Earthlings calling them.
Okay, so he's Masiaro and Ashiero like on the on the street, and in one of the instances he's like, "Hey, do you still have your magic?" And he goes, "Yeah, let's try, I'll show you." And he does this like little like hand magic trick. He looks like Doctor Strange,
Yeah,
and he like points us to the sky, like so epically.
yeah.
And then a taxi stops by, and he goes,
Yeah,
"I think it worked. I think I did it. Like
yeah.
I summoned this
I did
carriage."
it. Yeah,
Yeah. And he goes, "I don't think that was your magic.
yeah.
It's just,
It just
oh,
happenstance.
dude." The some of the stuff that they do on the show, like they get taken to jail, and the Dark Lord, Sire himself,
Yeah,
like finds out like what's happening because he like pretty much reads some guy's mind and
yeah,
tells him to tell him everything about Earth.
yeah.
And he's like, all right, well, and he ultimately, in the short of it, he has to like, we need to get like a driver's license.
Yeah. You gotta
We
get a
have a
place to
montage.
live. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a montage. He goes, we need to go to the bank. We need, like we need to establish ourselves as, like residents of
Yeah.
Earth, and
It's everything a high school teenager does when he becomes an adult. When he leaves home,
yes.
it's like, all right,
Oh,
what do I need? I need a license. I need a bank. I need a job. Like, I need a
yeah,
place
I
to
need to get
live.
a part-time
Yeah.
place. Yeah. Oh, dude, I was rolling because they're so like serious about the whole thing too.
Oh,
It's like
dude.
it's a plan. Like we got to do this. I'm going to be the Lord of Demons
Yeah.
again. But until then, I got to get a part-time job.
Yeah. I got to get this part-time job to become Demon Lord again.
Yeah. There's some silly stuff that goes on like that. He like jumps on his bicycle to get to work, and he jumps on it like a mighty steed. And I don't know if
Oh yeah.
he calls it some sort of name, and he's like, "Let's go." And he's just pedaling to work.
Yeah.
So
See, what is it called? I think it's like oh, what is it? I think it's like Come On Daciel or something like that. Like it was
yeah,
some
yeah.
ridiculous name.
Oh, and by the way, he's working at McDonald's. I was like expecting it to be Wig. Wait, what's the one that
McDonald's.
they eat? McDonald's? Like I was expecting it to be that, but they go in on McDonald's,
McDonald's.
and he's like the employee of the month. The guy is the best.
Who would have thought the devil being the best employee ever?
He's killing it.
Dude,
Literally
he's
killing it.
killing it. And he's like, it's so like it's cool to see like all this like McDonald's stuff we've seen in the background of other
Uh-huh.
animes. But it's like this one gives us like, all right, this is somebody actually working in that and doing the job. Like, all right,
Yeah,
he's pushing their because he talks about
the
the
black
item
pepper
of
fries.
yeah, black pepper fries,
Yeah.
which honestly, why haven't we had that? Why
I
hasn't
don't
that
know.
been here?
I
There's
was wondering.
have you ever looked at like the McDonald's in Japan, like their menu or like the
Oh yeah.
menus across the world, like
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
stuff they have versus we have? It's like, why don't we have that? Like, bring that
I,
over here.
dude, they
Like
gotta
our
have it
menu
somewhere.
sucks compared to theirs.
So there's a Coca-Cola factory or Coca-Cola like museum in Atlanta, and they have all the different Coca-Colas from around the world because there
Yeah,
are different flavors in the different parts of the world. There's gotta be a McDonald's somewhere, like a McDonald's museum. And if there isn't,
yeah,
there needs to be a McDonald's museum where you can go. I want to get a spam hamburger from
yeah.
Hawaii. I want to get a spaghetti
It-
hamburger from Italy. You know, like there's
I want
gotta
to get
be.
these black pepper fries.
I want these black pepper fries. Like that's a real thing. Oh, dude.
Dude, even like even with the Kit Kat, dude, Japan has so many flavors of Kit Kats.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it's
I mean,
crazy.
they're hard to come by too. Like
Oh yeah.
I guess you could try to find them online, but there's a place in town. I'm gonna go look. I got a guy. I got a
Got it,
guy.
I got it, guy. I got
They
it, guy.
have oh, dude, Lay's potato chips. They have like in
Oh,
other countries
dude.
they have a ketchup flavored
Yeah.
one, which you would think sounds gross, but they're amazing. I don't know where they're from, but they're awesome. Get them here, America.
Come on, America.
Come on, America. We could do
Yeah.
better.
I do like the whole like part-time aspect of it, of like
Oh,
him being the best employee and like their boss comes in because it's at the end where his boss is like, "Hey, I need to see you in my office," and because it's after the point where he was about to use his magic because the fire broke,
yes,
and
because
he's like, he's
the
freaking out. He's like,
mhm,
"Oh my
mhm.
gosh, did she see me do magic? Am I like gonna go to jail?" Like being who he is, like it's so far from who he was in the other realm. We'll call it Enta Isla because that was the island and where he was kingdom of.
Okay.
Going apart from Enta Isla to Earth, like how far he's straight away from that, because like it's like, dude, you were like crazy, insane, powerful, didn't care in the world. Now you're worrying about getting fired.
About your manager being
Yeah, but your manager being mad at you.
oh
But she comes in
man.
and he's like, "Hey, you're getting promoted. I just like, this is you're not getting fired, you get a promoted type thing." And he's just like, "Oh wait, well, I'm getting a raise, I'm getting promoted."
He's oh dude. I'm like I don't know I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm like this Satan guy, not too bad.
Not too
Like
bad.
I wrote down I was like why do I agree with Satan so much?
Yeah,
He he's
he's he seems
like
like
cuz
a good guy.
he seems like a good guy. Like I'm like I
I
like
mean, there's a scene where
his
he asked a lady about like, "Hey, do you want me to heat up your baby's milk in a microwave?"
yeah, because they
Yeah,
have it behind the counter at
yeah,
the McDonald's, and he's the sweetheart. The man's a
yeah.
sweetheart. He's also like so financially sound too. You know, he's
Oh,
getting onto LCL. Like, hey, you're spending
oh
your
yeah.
money on stupid stuff. We need to be like careful
Yeah,
with
you
what
gotta
we
be
do.
frugal.
Yeah, we got to do some saving. You know, like
And he's all like, as he was talking about like installment plans, and I was like, no, you don't, like the interest rates are too, like he's getting like
yeah, yeah.
financial,
Oh, yeah, like
like
legit. Like
real life financial stuff.
he's doing it up. Yeah, and you know what? He's doing it the right way. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
yes, tell him, Satan, you do, you do it, you do it. Uh, also, oh gosh, I lost my train of thought. Cut this out, future Joe Angel.
Cut it out.
Cut it out. Cut it out. No, no. He is. Oh gosh, I really did lose my train of thought. Okay, you said you were talking about him. Oh, I was gonna ask you, did you ever work in fast food?
Uh,
I feel like I thought you used to do some sort of fast
Technically,
food.
yeah, I worked at the pretzel maker in our local mall.
That's
Nice.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, is it relatable? Do you kind of feel like the whole like part-time?
Yeah, because I was essentially because the company, that main company we worked for, they
Uh-huh.
also owned Great American Cookies,
Okay.
and they were talking about opening up Great American Cookies there. And they asked my manager like, "Hey, if we do this, do you have somebody run the store?" And she looked right at
Mm-hmm.
me while the owners were there. He's like, yeah, he could do it. I was like, yo, what?
Hey, am I employee of the month?
Yeah. Like, hold up, wait.
Nice. I never worked in fast food, and I know it could be like really tough. Like
Yeah. I mean,
people are
I've had
usually.
some like crazy people that were like kind of ridiculous. We had one
Hmm.
lady who like liked her pretzels cooked halfway. It's so kind of
What?
dope. Yeah, it's
What? Made to
like
order? I thought he
it was
just
made to
he.
order. Like she was a regular. And so like
Oh,
anytime she would come up, I'll be like, all right, hey, I got you. It's like, how long are you gonna be? She's like, I'll be back in 15 minutes. All right, cool, I'll have it ready then. Um,
what?
I did
Joe
have
Bangs.
one where they said they found a hair in the food, which this was when I was shaving my head, and the hair was
Uh-huh.
blonde, and I don't have blonde hair or hair at
Uh,
that time anyway. So I was just like,
nope, nope.
what?
Don't try to get one over on you, okay?
They're trying to get one over on me. You can't do it.
You know what also I saw in the background, which I loved? Uh, the fake movie poster, Holy Potter.
Yes, I was about to say that.
Dude, I want to see this Holy Potter. Like,
It looks so epic.
it was like the sorcerer's blood of the dragon or
It was
something. Like,
it
did you
was
get the whole thing down?
yeah, it was Holy Potter, Blood of the Sorcerer and a Dragon.
Yeah.
Dude, and it looks so epic.
Yeah, and it's got Harry Potter on there.
Yeah,
He's got his little round glasses.
yeah.
There's no mistaking it. I'm like,
No
oh, dude, see,
mistaking it.
this is what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Like, they have anime versions of the things that we love now that are like American or British or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, and they turn them into anime. I'm like, I'd
Give
watch
me
a whole
that.
series.
Give me a Holy
Uh,
Potter series
Give
right
me
now.
Holy Potter. It's so good. It's so good. I'd watch that so much. I'd watch it so much. And you know
So
what? I'm gonna continue to watch this show. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the whole guac talk. We'll talk about it later. But like this show is funny. Like, and it's like I don't know how to describe the like the comedy in it, but it's
yeah.
like they're like trying to be serious. Like, Mr. Satan and
Yeah.
Alciel are like, like serious. They're trying to live in this regular life. They got to get into this
Yeah.
apartment. They've got to have a job. But like the way they're going about things and the conversation they have,
Yeah.
it's all comedy. But they're not trying to be silly. It's just the situation
Yeah,
of it all. It's just
it's like it's just life,
yeah, yeah.
It's
It's like
comedy from
yeah,
life.
yeah, yeah. It's also interesting too. It's kind of like fantasy. So like it feels slice of life ish, but it also has like fantastical things happening.
Yeah, it's like
Is
slice of life mixed with like magic.
Yeah. I mean, is this like a different kind of genre that I don't know if we've ever explored really?
Nah, so it's demographic, it's a shonen anime,
Hmm.
and the genre listed is fantasy and comedy.
Okay.
And so,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's exactly what I
but
felt
I
from it.
do like
So
when they meet the landlady
yes.
because it
What is that?
does
Mickey
it.
Mickey Shiva or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Or
So like, and she's all like, "Oh, just it's let's see, it's her name was Mickey, and she
hmm.
said it's spelled with the kanji for beauty and radiance."
Yeah, and she's neither one of them.
Neither
She's neither
one.
one of
A
them, bro.
hard stretch for that.
They're all like, I mean,
But I do like because
oh,
as they're talking in that scene too, he's talking about like she's like renting out. What do they say? Renting out to like foreigners and stuff like that because she wants to set an example. And it does kind of show some real life aspects of like when the foreigners move to a place, like foreigners moving to Japan,
hmm,
or just
hmm,
anywhere. There's some places where they'll be real kind of strict or real like unwelcoming, but
hmm.
it's like a small kind of subtle thing that they're saying in the background, but it's a real life
Yeah.
thing to where like, hey, she's welcoming to foreigners versus at some other places it probably wouldn't be so welcoming.
Oh, that's interesting. So she's actually kind of cool for doing this.
Yeah,
Okay. Because she kind of like, they make it look like, oh, she's going to
yeah,
be like a pretty harsh landlady. Like, she looks like
yeah.
she's going to be a harsh, like, kind of strict or maybe, kind of ugly in
Yeah.
personality. But no, she's actually
No, she's
pretty
pretty cool.
sweet. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Pretty cool.
She's not like what's her name? The grandma from
Uh,
from Housing Complex C.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
dude. That lady,
Like, she's not like her.
racist and angry.
Not like her.
Nah, she reminded me of Oh, you know what? Never mind. Move on.
Move on.
Cut it out.
Cut
Cut
it
it
out.
out. I don't want you to have to keep editing, Joe Angel, but edit this out. And you
uh,
know what? I have one question for you, Joe Angel.
Go for it.
Do you believe in magic?
Oh
He
yeah.
says it earlier, and I was like, earlier they are having to. I don't. Maybe you can fill me in on this, but they can't use their magic because he's. Are they low on magic, or are
It's
they like?
there's like no magical kind of power in the earth they're in. So it's like a universe.
Okay.
Like think back to I don't know, did you ever watch Loki?
Yeah. Yeah.
Season one.
Okay.
So like when he
Uh.
goes into the into where
TVA.
the TVA and stuff, he can't use his magic there. It's kind of something like that, where
Okay.
there's like the source of their power isn't present in that universe, so they can't really use it. But
Okay.
he does still have
Some.
some power, but it's like on a limit. You know, he can
It's
only use
very
so much. So which is why like Asio, that was one of the things Asio was telling like, hey, you have to be careful because you only have so much. And if we're gonna pull this off and go back, you need to conserve what you have.
okay.
It's almost like the Santa Claus too with Tim Allen, where he was like
Hmm.
he had the watch saying this is how much magic left you have. You gotta go find a wife before that happens. It's almost similar to that.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking like maybe he just has more like a boring magic where it's just like, oh, I can like read minds or either like hypnotize people or
Yeah.
there's a there's a great SNL skit with oh, what's his name? Christopher Walken. He can like read people's futures if he
Yeah.
touches you, except for all he could tell you is like the most boring thing ever. Like he'll it's super he like shakes someone's hand,
You're
he
gonna
goes,
buy eggs.
yeah, yeah. He's like, you're gonna have a sandwich, and they're like, "What? Am I gonna choke on it and die?" He's like, "No, you're not gonna like it."
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. They're gonna put you're gonna tell them not to put mayonnaise on it, and they do, and you're gonna be
Yeah.
disappointed. Like that's all the magic he has. I'm like, I feel like that's what this magic is. Are we gonna see more of his magic? Are we gonna see? Don't you don't have to give everything away from me,
Yeah.
but like. That epic battle at the beginning. That's it, right? Like we don't see any more of this epic
Oh,
battling.
man.
But there's no fire going to be shot out of anybody's eyes.
I will. So I've read more than I watched so
Okay.
far
Mm-hmm.
because I caught up to the manga when I started reading it at the time. But I do know it does take there is a twist from what I thought it
Okay.
was. So
Okay.
I will say it's not what you think it is. Like
Okay.
there's like a twist that comes in the manga where I was just like, wait, what?
Okay. Okay. That's intriguing enough for me. That's intriguing enough for me.
Yeah.
I think we've talked enough about this show, by the way. How about you give me some facts on this, bro?
All right, let's get into the facts. So, this started out as a light novel first.
Okay.
So,
Not a manga.
not a manga first, guys. This started out as just the words first. No pictures
Hmm.
yet.
You know
So,
what? Forget it.
forget
Forget it. I don't want it. You
don't
can
want
stop talking. Shut this episode down.
it. Shut it down. So this was written by Satoshi Wagahara, and it has some illustrations by artist 029 or Oniku. That was the artist's name. And this actually started out as like probably a one shot as light novels goes. So it started out as The Devil's Fortress is a single room with 6 tatami mats. And that was it was kind of like a one shot that was entered into a contest for C Media Works 17th Dengeki Novel Prize. And it actually won the silver prize. So that was the first rendition of this. And then from that it was able to get published by SC Media Works, and then it has about 21 volumes of the light novel, and that all started back in February of 2011.
Okay, I
So
gotta go
that's
back. I
yeah.
gotta go
So
back. You just brushed over this artist whose name is 029.
yeah.
I've been considering, no joke, changing my name a little bit. Maybe I put some numbers in my name. Is
Just
that
put some numbers
possible?
in. I think so.
Is
I mean,
is that
hey,
just like
Elon Musk was able to name his kid an equation.
I mean, yeah. I mean, okay, okay. 029, I guess, is that like his like handle, I guess, or
Yeah,
like
it's like his handle and
artist.
stuff. Yeah,
Okay, okay. So it
yeah,
gets picked up because it's pretty popular, wins the thing,
yeah. Once the
and
silver medal gets picked up, it goes for 21 volumes, two prequels, and one spinoff, and six bonus novels. And so
yo.
the novel itself did really well, really fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, it got picked up as a manga. And that manga is illustrated by Aikyo Hiragi. And so the actual manga was artist is different from the guy who illustrated for the light novels, but he did base it off his works. And so that was published and that started in February of 2012, and that was published in IC Media's Works Shonen magazine Denkiga Daio. And that is still going on.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I get it, dude. Like this thing is I mean, I don't know if I know of another movie like it. I mean, I guess, or I mean, not a movie, but other work where it's kind of, I always talk about how like
Yeah.
super original or super like conceptually strong these are. There is I think I guess shows kind of like it. There was a movie, was that Vampire in Brooklyn? Is Eddie Murphy is a vampire and he ends
Yeah.
up like in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I had those kind of vibes a little bit with this, but this is more like a little bit more fleshed out because he has to get an actual job and
Yeah.
live uh amongst the people. But
Yeah.
you know what? I wonder. I mean, like Vampire in Brooklyn. I don't know. Maybe. I mean,
Maybe.
maybe there's like a
Maybe.
little connection. I mean, they do have like funny accents, so
Yeah.
there's that connection. All right, go on, go on.
Okay. And so from the manga itself, there is about two, three spinoffs. So there's the first spinoff, which is called The Devil is a Part-Timer High School. That was released from May of 2012 till February of 2015. And that's basically just an alternate universe type one where they're in high school. So it's the
That's funny.
characters, but in a high school setting. And
That's
so
funny.
and then there's another spinoff called Hatakeru Mao-sama no Meshi. And that was released in August of 2014. And that one, I think, is roughly just some other like daily life stuff. I think it's
Mhm.
mainly about him cooking.
Uh,
But
I mean,
yeah, that was a spinoff, and then there was a four-panel manga anthology that was published in June of 2013, and then also for the premiere of the second season, they had another anthology that was done by different manga artists for the premiere of season two. So
okay,
that
go
was like a
back.
special thing.
Okay, go back for me. I think I've heard you say this before, and you know how I do, where I just go, uh-huh,
Uh huh. Uh
and I don't mean,
huh.
I don't know anything what you're saying. I like just, yes, yes, uh-huh, yeah, sure, sure. Whenever the teacher asks, did
Yeah.
everybody get that? And then
Yeah.
I go,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then I'm like, what was that?
Yeah.
I didn't get any of that. Four panel,
Four-panel manga
what is that?
anthology. So that's
Explain
just
this.
like four panels. So one,
Like,
two,
it's
three,
just like,
four, like a comic strip.
just just like a little straight little it's like a short thing, like a
Yeah, like a
short
little
little.
short. Yeah,
Okay, okay, all right, I got it, I'm with
yeah.
you. I don't
Uh,
got it. I don't know. I still don't know what I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up. I'll Google it. I'll Google it. Forget it.
uh,
All right, go on.
all right, so that's all the manga light novel stuff, and so the anime came out in April of 2013. That's when the anime came out, and the first season has 13 episodes, and then the second season has 25 episodes. The first season was produced and animated by Studio White Fox and directed by Naoto Hosoda. So that was all stuff for season one. And then when season two came out, they kind of changed studios and directors. So season two was animated by 3HZ Studio and directed by Daisuke Tsukihisa. And so that was a change from season one to season two from the studio and the director and stuff like that. So the beginning song for season one is called Zero by Minami Kurubaneshi. And then the ending song is called Geka, and that is by Nano Wright.
Is that the song? Okay, because I think we didn't get the very first one. We only get the song at the very end. Is that our
Yeah, yeah,
ending
yeah.
song, or is it? Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
And then like I said, episode 2, we'll get the opening and stuff like that.
I was okay on the song. It was mid for me. I was kind of
Yeah,
like,
it
you know what?
wasn't. Yeah,
Yeah, but like it's fine. Like, I'm not gonna seek it out or whatever, but it did the job. It's kind of
yeah,
like I don't know how to. I was kind of like I was ready to just kind of skip it, just like whatever.
yeah,
Usually like it gives you the option skip credits, and
yeah.
I'm
Skip
like
credits. It's like
sometimes I'll listen if I like it, but in this one I
yeah,
was like, I'll go ahead and
maybe
skip it.
skip.
It's all right. Wait. So have you seen all of this? So can you tell the difference from the first season to the second season? Like
Yeah,
as
somewhat. Yeah,
far as directors and like written stuff, or like
yeah.
you can
It kind
kind
of
of
just was like animation and stuff a little bit.
yeah, like the
And
production of it.
yeah,
That's interesting. Like I mean, when you tell me these productions, do you know any other stuff that these production companies have produced? I mean, maybe that's just like the list is way too long to know that. Hey, would you say HZ
H
H
3HZ.
3HC, like are
Yeah,
they like doing other like really well-known stuff, or are they just kind of like, I mean, there's got to be like a billion production companies if they're going to be pumping out
yeah,
this much anime to kind of like know, oh, well, you know what, this company is like the company. Like if you want your show to look amazing and look, really great, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah,
are
some of
they
the companies that are big, you'll notice and stuff like that, but these ones are some of the other kind of
like
smaller
just
ones or
mm-hmm,
newer
mm-hmm.
ones, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And so like White Fox and HZ, those are some of the smaller ones.
yeah.
But they worked on some good stuff, like White Fox Sun, Kami Got Killed, Ray Zero, Steins Gate.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's stuff White Fox worked on, and 3HZ, their stuff is they're kind of the same thing. They only have a few anime under their belts,
Okay.
which let's see, which that's like some ones that I haven't watched yet, but I've heard of. Which we'll probably get into some of those too later on.
Okay, okay. Noise.
Noise, but yeah, like for the most part, kind of popular, pretty good.
Yeah,
No
good,
video
decent,
games.
decent following.
Yeah, no games yet though. So
Let's see here. Could it be a video game? I mean,
could it be a
they've
video
got
game?
those. I mean, they've got those ones. The where you just like you work at a fast
Yeah,
food
what was
place
it?
and you just
What was
have to
that
like
one on the Nintendo on the DS? Mama
uh,
Cooks or
uh,
Cook Mama?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
cooking mama
yeah,
cooking or something like that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's what this is. I mean, like, what else did you do?
You got to
I
put it in
mean,
the
you could
fryer. Go, go, go.
if it was like this is like what's that Animal Crossing except
Animal
for
Crossing. Yeah,
but you have to like get an apartment and get a
yeah.
job, get money, save money, go to work, like
All to
slice
conquer
of
the world.
lifey. Yeah, but then yeah, but then at the end like you're trying to gather magic,
Yeah,
like I mean, yeah, it's got game
game type vibe.
qualities. Yeah, it got game type vibes. I mean, it could be a co-op where you and Ociel are trying to like, but you know
Yeah,
what? Actually, at the end, they meet a friend, or not a friend. I don't know who she is actually. She sees him from afar and she
yeah.
goes, "Hey, I saw you over at McDonald's
I've
about
been
to do some
watching you.
magic." Yeah, yeah. And he's like, "Are you so and so?" But I don't remember who he says. I think he says Monica. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what he says. The most mon. They have like crazy names, and her name is Monica. No, I don't remember what he says, but like she knows him. So like there's something going on. Like more people got brought in through
Yeah,
the portal and they have to live regular lives too.
yeah.
And they find each other. I don't know what's happening there, but
Yeah,
I gotta find out.
she's Emilia. That's her name.
Okay, Amelia. Okay, Amelia.
Emilia. Yeah. Emilia the hero. That's what he calls her.
Okay. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it
This
is
doesn't
kind of
have.
weird the way she brings it up. She's like, because we see her, because going back to it, we see her like they run up on each other and he gives her his umbrella. And she's just
Oh, okay.
like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, nice guy. And then we come back to this, and she's all like, I went to your job. And he's like, oh, you could have just said something, just like next time he's just like, oh, she's just being friendly, whatever.
Hmm,
Like,
hmm.
oh yeah, come back, just say something, and I'll come say hi and stuff like that.
But
And
she
then
had a
she's
look on
like,
her face.
starts
She was
getting a
angry.
little stalkerish to where like
Yeah. Yeah.
I watched you the whole day, and it's like, where's this going? Like so weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she calls him out. All right, what are you doing here, Satan? And he's just
Yeah.
like, oh wait, and it clicks in his head. It's like, oh snap,
I know who you are.
I know who you are.
No, there's no stage plays. Joanne, tell me there's
No
a stage play.
stage plays.
No live
And
action.
no
You
live
know,
action, no
come
stage
on.
play. Which
I'm
do you think this could be live action?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it obviously, I mean, it really does lend itself to the whole thing, to a
Yeah.
comedy. Like it really, yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Like I'm trying to think of what I could equate it to where we're like, oh yeah. I mean, the Vampire in Brooklyn thing is the one thing that kind of comes to mind a little
Yeah.
bit, where you're like, he's just regular.
Yeah. And there's
He's
no real like far off
undercover.
stuff they had to come up with. Like
No.
nothing too crazy. Like everything's pretty practical.
Besides the
Besides the
beginning of
beginning.
him, like, yeah, I can see this as a live action. Would I want to see it as a live action? I don't.
And for the beginning, just go to get the guys who did Middle Earth and all those Lord of the Rings stuff.
Mm-hmm,
Tell
mm-hmm.
them, hey, just we need just a small little 5 minute clip of this,
Yep,
and then we
yep.
got the rest.
Yeah, and then bring let's see here, Sauron. Bring
Sauron,
Sauron.
yeah,
He's got to get a job at McDonald's.
yeah.
The end. I mean, like
I mean, that's
we
basically what
got.
it is. It's just Lord of the Rings in real life.
Yeah, it's just that's what it is. Yeah, that is what it is. With magic shooting out of their hands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think if I did, would I want to watch this as a live action though? Like, am I that compelled enough to have it as a live action? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the concept is strong. I think it's funny, but like, I guess there are some other shows. What was that other show? Nah, he actually plays Satan. It's there's a show. There was a show on Cartoon Network where it's like the actual devil. Did you ever see that show? And he's like, but he's just like a regular. He tries to be a regular dude. Oh, I can't remember it. The people who are listening to this definitely know what the heck I'm
They
talking
know what
about,
it is. The only thing I
and they
remember
know.
from that is Lucy, Daughter of the Devil. That's the only thing I recall.
Yeah, yeah,
That's it.
something.
And the only other live action thing I think of is like Lucifer.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's that show. Yeah, that's right. And he
yeah.
plays like a regular like dude that's amongst.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Nah, I don't need it.
No,
I
don't
don't
need,
need it. I do
don't
want that
need a
Holy
live
Potter
action.
though. I want that Holy Potter as
No live action, but give me Holy Potter.
give me Holy Potter.
All right. Well, let's go talk a little bit.
Let's let's talk about this Guac-san. Should we greenlight this as a show? I mean, it's only you're talking about like 50 episodes, right? Or
So
a li-
total
40
be 38
38. Yeah, dude.
total.
Super simple. It's funny. I found it super enjoyable. I didn't watch it in the sub. How is it compared sub to dub? Like the voices are all right. I feel like the voices are
The
pretty good.
voices are all right. The beginning stuff with the accents was hilarious.
Okay, yeah.
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 Their voices are
Yeah.
pretty freaking funny.
But once they get established, it's all right. It's one I would consider watching it dub.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, like that's the thing I think it really has going for itself is the concept, the fact that he works a regular job and he's just a regular dude, but he still has like, ideals of like becoming the Dark
Emperor and
Lord. Yeah.
Conqueror.
Yeah, and reign over, the world, but he has to start like very lowly, as a McDonald's employee.
Yeah.
That's super funny. It's super great. And the fact that there's not very many episodes too kind of really has me. And like it's also you already know about me and slice of life stuff. But this has like a different aspect on the slice of life. Like if you're not into slice of life and you're like, I don't know about this, slice of life stuff. But this has like some magic. It has some like background. It's an added level of, it's not just slice of life. It's, fantasy comedies.
It's like a sitcom.
Yeah, it's a sitcom. I like it a lot. I think it's super funny. I think it also does that thing too at the very end where they're gonna introduce some other little wrinkles to the whole situation,
Yeah.
like him meeting Amelia and kind of like, what does that mean about fleshing out of this story? And like, it's not as simple as we all think. It's just him
Yeah.
trying to like, maybe he tries to, get back to his own world, or he's just like thrown,
Yeah.
in Earth and he's gonna just be there. And like, I have no idea where this show
He's
continues
gonna
to
become
go.
CEO of McDonald's.
Yeah, yeah, is he
He's gonna
gonna,
work hard his way up.
or like maybe he decides to go back to school and learns
Yeah.
things. I don't know. He does seem like he's a quick learner. Yeah, let's see here.
How many
If
black pepper fries are you ordering?
Oh, dude, I want to know what that is. Like, honestly, it does sound pretty good. I think
Yeah,
potatoes and pepper are like they're the best.
good
You gotta have
combination.
good if you want a good mashed potato,
Good mashed potato, add a little pep.
dude. I mean, peppers they're best friends. So
Yes, yes.
I'm ordering at least out of five black peppers, like I'm gonna order a medium size. That's where I live right there. It's like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna large because like it's supposedly French fries are bad for you, but
yeah.
every now and then get a medium. Get a
Get a medium. Yeah.
I'm gonna order at least I'll go three and a half. Three and a half out of five. It could be higher for me, but I mean we gotta prioritize here,
Yeah.
Joe Banks. Okay.
Prioritize.
Yeah, I'm coming upon my busy season of things I gotta do. People asking me to do things and I can't say no. This show, I got like I can only watch any kind of TV show at 5 minute increments. So I put it on. I can watch the credits and then I'll watch the next 5 minutes like probably 2 weeks from now. So
Gonna watch all the on this next episode.
yeah,
That's how you're keeping up.
do you remember Quibi? Was it Quibi?
Quibi.
Where they were like it was like 1 minute or 5 minute
Yeah.
episodes. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you could put this in Quibi and then I just watch it on my phone while I'm like working or jogging or driving or no, don't watch this while you're driving.
Don't watch
That's a
that.
I would never do that. I would
Never.
never. I'm paying attention. So yeah, I'll give it a three and a half. Where do you have this on your list? I mean, see, have you seen all of this or you seen
Where I'm caught up to, like I said, I'm far in the manga, which is farther along
past
than the
this?
anime.
Uh-huh.
I'm 4 out of 5.
Oh, that good. So do you think that if I continue to watch it that I'll enjoy it even more?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say yes. Yeah, when it gets to, like I said, because they do, when other characters get brought in,
Mm-hmm.
when the other storylines start coming in, like I said,
Okay.
especially when the twist comes in,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, because when they do bring other characters in that have names that we've heard of, it's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this is getting interesting. Let's see where they're gonna
Okay.
go with
Yeah,
this.
they
Yeah,
do have at the very beginning they introduced the different people that he has on his side, like Lucifer,
yeah,
Alciel. There was two others that I can't really recall. You don't have to tell me. But yeah, like if they get introduced, I would like to see where that
yeah,
goes
yeah.
too.
You hear names drop in, and you're like, I know that name. I know where it's
Hmm.
from. How are they gonna do this? And then you start, like I said, when that twist, KD, that twist is crazy.
Okay, okay.
Margaritas, you know what I'm talking about.
And disclaimer for myself here. I know, like, it's hard to make a snap judgment on the first
Yeah,
episode of an anime. Like if we're gonna continue to watch it, if I'm gonna continue to watch it, it's a tough thing. But it is part of like because there's so much anime out
yeah,
there that I guess you could kind of tell, like, well, do you like this kind of anime itself? Is this too gory for you?
yeah,
Is this too like slice of life? Is it too slow for you? Is it
yeah,
like, like do you need more lasers? Are you not into mech? Like
yeah. Did it catch
so
you? Yeah,
yeah. And I'm still open to all that
yeah,
stuff. I'm still learning. Okay.
yeah.
Maybe if I put it in dub, I'd like it even more, Joe Angel.
Like it even more.
But who's gonna know? I mean, like, there's no way to find that out.
Oh, yeah. Well, before we go, what's the thing that's drawing you to continue this from
I
this?
think I think it is that they still do a good job. It's not completely all slice of life for me. I think it helps the fact that it's got this kind of fantastical, like this fantasy world along with it. What really captures me really is the concept. I mean,
Yeah,
it just the story of it, the way that the structure of it, the idea that he is living. It's a juxtaposition of him being both Satan and like living a regular job
yeah,
is just that idea alone. Like if I were to go into like a meeting and I had to pitch this show or a movie to somebody and all I had to say was like, okay, it's Satan and he gets transported and he has to get a regular job. I mean, like that
yeah,
itself is so strong. Like that's gonna sell no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like if you just
yeah,
have the right writers and it stays funny and all that kind of stuff, that's what has me kind of like intrigued to go, yeah, I could definitely watch the 38 episodes of this. So
yeah. That and
I
Holy
think,
Potter.
yeah, Holy Potter, that and Holy Potter. If he ends up watching it later, I hope he watches it later You know, like, hey, like it gets so mundane. Maybe he takes Amelia out to a
Yes.
movie and they go watch that movie together and have McDonald's at McDonald's later on. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see it.
Sunday date.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Make it happen.
Make it happen. All right, guys. Well, we made this episode happen. That is Devil is a part timer. And as always, hit the like button, hit the share button, and hit the 5 stars on this episode, guys. Because we are ordering 5 stars.
That's right.
That's
That's right. Put it
right.
on the menu.
Put it on the menu, guys. And you know what else you can put on the menu? In the comments, drop your favorite scene from Devil is a Part Timer. What drew you in? Demand, guys, demand Holy Potter. That's the only way we can get it. Is everybody demands Holy Potter.
Yes, and also black peppered fries.
Black
Is
pepper
that a
fries, yes.
thing? Where is it? How do I do it? Give me some.
Black pepper fries and Holy Potter. Put those in the comments and tag all these studios up. Tag McDonald's up. Black pepper fries. Just go to their Twitter and just comment black pepper fries.
Yeah, yes, just put that. No background, just
No
black pepper
background,
fries.
just black pepper fries. And drop a comment, let us know what you thought about this episode. And drop a comment also if you have any animes that you want us to watch or any movies you want us to watch, let us know. Hey, or if there's a secret menu item, guys, drop those in the comments too. We're always down for secret menu stuff.
We need to know.
We
We
need to know. And we also need to know is how much you love this. And the only way to do that is hitting those 5 stars. So be sure to do that. And also go follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Not Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Maybe we'll get a Twitter. We'll know. We'll let you know later on.
Might have to. TikTok
Might
is
have
going
to.
away.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
we
know.
might have to. Maybe. It's up
I don't
in
know.
the air, guys.
TikTok is suing. Who knows?
Who knows what's gonna happen? But until then, go follow us at Anime Me Pod on Instagram and TikTok, where you can see clips and also drop comments there. Let us know what you want to watch, and of course, as always, share this with your friends who are trying to get into anime because that's what we're here for, to teach people how to love anime, guys.
Boom.
Boom. And that is our episode, and we will see you on the next one. Laters.
Peace.
I saw myself in the mirror with a sad look. Then I saw him run screaming. It smiled back at me.